The Indiana House has passed a bill to redraw the state's congressional districts. The House voted 57 to 41 during the third reading, advancing the plan after several days of debate. News 8's Malia Van Ostrand reports.
The third reading brought on another round of debates while Democrats urged for changes and Republicans defended how the lines were drawn. I spoke to both sides about what this vote means going forward. Indiana House Republicans have officially advanced their congressional redistricting plan, approving the proposal during Friday's third reading. The map shifts boundaries across the state, most notably splitting Marion County into 4 districts.
People will be represented one way or the other. Every Hoosier will have a congressman or woman after this, and we'll have an opportunity to work with that person.
12 Republicans voted against the bill. Democrats continued raising concerns during debates, continuing the message that the map weakens minority voting power and divides communities that should remain intact.
There are not enough people standing up and saying, this isn't right. We shouldn't do it. It goes against our values. It reduces the esteem of this very institution.
Republicans stood by the design of the map. Bill sponsor Representative Ben Smaltz repeated that the map reflects political performance goals and was made with support from the National Republican Redistricting Trust and the Legislative Services Agency. Smaltz said issues like child care and affordability are still priorities.
I'm looking forward to this body doing what it does, come together and try and find solutions that help Hoosiers every day.
House Democratic leader Phil Giaquinta of Fort Wayne says the vote is personal and that he thinks the issue will make relationships difficult going forward. He says he's not confident the bill will pass in the Senate.
To come in here and then just to redraw maps, it's a personal thing, and I think it's going to be difficult to mend those relationships.
The bill will now go to the Senate, where its future is uncertain. Debate is expected to begin on Monday. In Indianapolis, I'm Leah Van Ostrand for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
An Indiana senator who supports redistricting tells me it would go against caucus precedent if these maps are not approved. And he worries if Republicans lose control of Congress in the upcoming midterms, red states like Indiana won't be represented in D.C.
We have to play in the game. We have no choice, whether we want to or not.
Republican State Senator R. Michael Young wants to see colleagues support the newly proposed congressional maps expected to create GOP majorities in all 9 of Indiana's congressional districts.
We may not think it's fair, but fairness has anything to do with redistricting.
It's uncertain whether there's support for redistricting inside the Indiana Senate, despite a months-long push from the Trump administration. But Young used the 2022 special session as an example when Republicans didn't have a bill or the vote secured before passing Indiana's near-total abortion ban.
I know a majority of our caucus is now in favor of this bill. And our rules are always been, if you have a majority of the caucus, you're bound to the caucus. We'll see if they want to cancel that.
Protesters rallying against redistricting outside the State House Saturday argue it's a move to silence minority voices.
I mean, all they're trying to do is cheat even further so they can get the vote. They don't want any Democrats in politics anymore is what it is, and we can't allow that.
Young believes it's Republicans who would be silenced if Democrats retake control of Congress.
They're not going to listen to one of our 7 people, not one. No matter how many good people they elected in Indiana, we will not have, with our 7 congressmen, an ability to have their voices heard.
2 members of Indiana's best political team go head-to-head on redistricting for tomorrow morning's episode of All Indiana Politics.
The Democrats are outraged that, they might be losing some seats here in Indiana, but in Maine, Massachusetts, various other states where there's 40-45% Republican voter turnout, we have no representation in the House because it's been gerrymandered so badly. Additionally, if you look at the 2008 Obama numbers, Democrats should actually want this map, because if you look at those numbers, they would actually have a 5-4 majority in the House with those types of numbers. So this is not to say that we're going to have a 9-0 map. What this does is actually it weakens certain other seats, and it makes them more in play. So it actually gives more opportunities for Democrats to have a chance of winning more seats.
Okay, so Mario, I know you can't see Laura, but Laura, you were smiling while Mario was talking, so let's go to you now. What is your take on this?
Well, I have to laugh because, I mean, the mental gymnastics and the way people will have to twist themselves to make this make sense when all this is done is this is being done for an audience of one, and that's Donald Trump. These maps, just a few years ago, the Republicans all talked about how great these maps were, how fair they were. The only reason they're doing this is because Donald Trump is worried that he will lose Congress. That's the only reason they're doing it. And when you look at the Indiana map specifically, where I find it almost humorous with Mario, I love you, Mario, but I can't with you on this one. I mean, when you look at this map, someone who clearly has never been to Indiana and probably only seen it from maybe looked out their window when they flew over it. I mean, it was drawn in D.C. by somebody who just has no relationship here.
You can catch that full conversation on this week's episode of All Indiana Politics. It airs Sunday morning at 9:30 right here on Wish TV.